Are you a first-time home buyer and planning to buy your first dream home? Buying real estate, especially in North America, is one of the biggest expensive ticketing item, and even a small mistake can result in losing hundreds and thousands of dollars. Let's talk about all those common mistakes that you can avoid and educate yourself before purchasing your home. The first and foremost thing is saving. It's okay, you saved for the down payment. We're not going to talk about that, but there are hidden costs that you need to be aware of. The first and the foremost thing is your closing cost. For example, if you're buying a home in Ontario, you have to pay 1.5% closing cost of the purchase price, which includes your legal fees, your land transfer tax, your title searches, your adjustments. All those numbers comes around 1.5%. So you need to have those extra savings apart from your regular down payment savings. And the most important thing is always have to have a contingency, which we call as emergency funds. As the word says, it can happen anytime. It's better to have 2 to 4 months of mortgage in buffer while you're purchasing your home. Deal is done, you purchased a property, home inspection was good, but there might be some hidden things because home inspectors are not going behind the drywalls when the home was built. So it can have like a major cost involved, like if there's a leak in the basement. You need to have funds available for all those big ticketing items. So it's always good to have a buffer of 2 to 4 months or 6 months of mortgage payment, which can be used as an emergency or as a buffer fund. Now you're good with the savings. Another part where the first time home buyers struggle is called timelines. So let's discuss, as we are talking here, what will be the typical process and the timelines looks like. The first thing is your pre-approval of your mortgage. So this means, are you qualified for the mortgage? I won't discuss the nitty-gritty, but the timelines is it's around 1 or 2 weeks. Maybe you can go to a mortgage broker, but it is typically 1 to 2 weeks. Followed by your home search, where the real work comes into picture. It's around 2 weeks to 4 weeks, depending on the market you are in. If you were in the crazy market of 2021 or starting of 2022, you were entering multiple offers, the situation was different. It was taking longer. But in today's market, where we are in a buyer's market, maybe it's 2 weeks of time to buy your home purchase. Next is under contract. So this means the paperwork is done, you did your deposit, you like the property, offer is done, everything, deal is done, it's a firm. 45 to 60 days, that's the average timeline for the closing, and then is the closing happens. So we are talking overall of a 3 months. If you are a tenant right now, you have to give notice, you plan accordingly. This will be your typical timelines when you are purchasing your home. Next and the most important one is your dream home. This is your first home, and most of the first-time home buyers, they are in misconception that this will be their first and the last home. So they're very attached to their first home purchase. They have their hard list of criterias, but you need to remember this is your first home and it's just a stepping stone. You're just entering the real estate market. You might not hit all those check marks while you're buying your dream home. The property which is very polished, 95% of people are going to like it. So if you enter the properties like that, you went on a weekend for a showing, you'll see a lot of traffic there, multiple bidding war because you're emotionally attached to the property. But on the other side, there's another property which has less traffic because the kitchen need to be renovated or it needs some cosmetic paints and all those things. You need to understand, if you can add value and get a deal there while purchasing, it's okay, let's go for a renovation. For example, a lot of buyers who work with us, we'll help them in the renovation because we have our own in-house team. We always educate. If you are getting a good deal, why not go for that? And we can make those property as per the property you dream about. And this is just your starting journey. Next we have is over leveraging. So some of the people, like how the market was like this in recently couple of years after COVID times, a lot of people thought like real estate is the way to build wealth or the way to have an investment where they can sell after 6 to 9 months or 1 year and build their equity out. But you need to understand, this was exceptional case for the market. So it might happen, you might have purchased the property in the month of February, especially in Canada, that the prices were at peak and now the prices are down because the interest rates are going up. So there is no equity available. The point I want to say is, you're buying your home, it's good. Property is an investment, is an asset. It's always good to pay for your own mortgage rather than paying for your landlord mortgage. It's a long-term investment. It's good to buy the property, live in that because you have a pride of ownership and you can do whatever you want to with your own home. The whole point is, don't buy property just to build your equity and sell it quickly. It's a long-term vision that you need to understand. Don't get in a misconception what is happening in the last 2 years, that you buy it and then just move on and make a lot of wealth here. So the point is, you need to have a long-term vision associated. Thanks for watching another wonderful video, and again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We love to make educating content only for you. Thank you.